Okay, before we starting with an once again the video, I will tell you one thing. Like I seeing something like you are all attending the session with one link. If you are not attending the session, whichever we assign you through with a link, you are not getting the attendance. I seen here like all of them are attending the session with the one link, and in another one link there is like only 20 members are joining. Make sure you will attend the session with your own link, whichever we are sending in the Discord, that in the official groups, only attend in that link only. Otherwise, you will not get any attendance. Okay, I will just share the screen once again.
The system will start executing code in your main activity. This is just one of the ways that the activity class serves as the glue between the Android system and your app by helping facilitate interaction between the two. As a user enters in and out of an activity, the activity will go through different stages that is called the activity lifecycle. The lifecycle consists of different stages from the activity being initialized all the way to being destroyed. The system controls when the activity will transition to these stages, so you don't have to manage the activity moving through these. There are callback methods that you can override in your activity to customize what behavior should happen in your app at different lifecycle stages. You don't have to override all of them in your activity, but you may need to override key ones depending on what information your activity is trying to load or display. For example, you already know how to override the onCreate method of the activity to set up the UI of your app when the activity is created. This is a great example of a lifecycle method you'll likely need to override in the activities you create for future apps. The goal is for your app to respect the activity lifecycle and to do proper setup and cleanup tasks at the appropriate times of the lifecycle to efficiently use resources and preserve user state. There are also helpful libraries that can make it easier for you to manage the activity lifecycle. To better understand the activity lifecycle, in this pathway, you'll work with an app called Dessert Clicker. Tap the image of the dessert on screen to indicate that one of these desserts has been sold. When you run out of that dessert, there's other types of desserts to sell. The app also displays a running total of how much was sold that day. Once you understand the basics of the activity lifecycle with a simple app like the Dessert Clicker app, you're ready to move on to an app with more complexity. Later in the pathway, you'll build an app called Unscramble, which is a fun word game where users have to guess what a scrambled word is and earn points for guessing correctly. If they guess incorrectly, an error is shown. If they can't figure out the word, they can skip the word and move on to the next one. After 10 words, the game is over and the final score appears in a dialog that pops up on the screen. From there, they can choose to play again. This app has more state to keep track of. You need to store what words have already been used and the points earned so far. There's also logic to generate a new scrambled word for each round, to check whether the user's guess is correct, and to update the score accordingly. Because of this additional logic to handle the rules of the game, we're going to discuss a topic called app architecture, so you can structure your app in a way that's easier to maintain, test, and add functionality in the future. You'll learn why it's beneficial to separate your app into distinct layers, the UI layer and the data layer, and also how to implement unidirectional data flow in your app. Last but not least, you'll write tests for the game logic in the app to ensure that your code works as you expect, an important step to developing any app. Understanding the important concepts in this unit will help you on your way to becoming a more intermediate Android developer, and you will better understand these concepts with more experience and apps that you build. Slowget! Wait, that's scrambled. That's better. Let's go!
So you will understand that, right? What they are saying. So they are saying that what are all the features, like what are all the components you are using while designing your code. How you will design your app and how you will test that one This is what they are saying. If you're not understanding once, I will share the link once in the chat after the meeting. So then you will once again watch this video. Okay. So we just move on to the code lab. So in this app structure, just a second. Okay. So in this app structure or app architecture, we are just moving on to the stages of the activity life cycles. Stages of the activity life cycle. What is this activity life cycle means? The activity life cycle means this is the different stages of your app screens. This is just in different stages of your app screens. There are so many screens in your app, right? So there is an like a different stages will be there. Like you just example, there are so many stages. There are so many steps in their life cycles. So we just move on with the code lab. So this is just an before you begin, before you will go through with this code lab, what you have to learn and what you will learn in this code lab. Before moving to this code lab, what you have already knowing about this is you are already knowing about this on create. So this is one method, and in the sessions where we are doing the sessions, I already told you about this on create method. Like this on create is a starting point at the starting of your app, right? So you just remember that one. So the next is a app overview. So in this code lab, we have to build one desert clicker app. So it will just giving you some menu like some options of a deserts, and this when you click on that one, the app it will be purchases the desert for the customers. This is what you have to build. For this app, they're already given the starter code in the GitHub. They're given the link here. You can see here. So they are given the link, and also they are given the branch name. For starting the building this app, we will go through with this link and extract the starter code. After that, you already know how you can change, how you can add your features and all these things. Make sure you will complete this one. Okay. So this is what this is an output of your app. How much desert will sold here? The total revenue of the one desert. So this is what you have to implement in your desert clicker app. So we will just next move on to that explore the lifecycle methods and then add basic logging. So here they are given some example, like one real-time example they are given. You can see here they are given the example of a butterfly life cycle. So in the life cycle of the butterfly, it will be first an egg. After that, the eggshell will be open and the caterpillar will come out. And once the caterpillar make an womb around his body and stay in that, after that it will convert it into a beautiful butterfly. It will come out from this womb. After some time the butterfly will die. So this is what the life cycle of the butterfly. So as it is in your app also, in your for your app screens also, there is a one life cycle there. So here they are given first thing initialize, like starting the app. After that it is visible, and then you are working on that one. After you will close this app. This is what the app cycle. I will explain you everything in that. So there are 6 methods will be there. For this activity life cycle of your app, there are 6 methods. So first one is of on create, then on start, on resume, on pause, on stop, and on destroy. These are the 6 methods in your app activity life cycle of your app. So we just move on with the first one, that is an on create. So this on create is an initialization or a starting of your app. Like this on create method will set up your UI and initialize the data. So when just take an example, when you are opening some apps, you just take an example of any real-time apps. We will just take an example of an WhatsApp. So when you click on the icon, WhatsApp icon, so it will start like it will opening, right? So it will open. So that is the functionality of this on create method. So it will only initialize, like it will only opens the app. This is what the on create works. And so in this on create, we are using like there are two function, like there are two words will be there. I will tell you about after that, after I will complete the methods. So this tag and the log.t, I will tell you about after when I completed the methods. Okay. So first one method is of on create. So it is this on create is an starting point, or it will starts the apps. It will start your app screens. So the second one is of on start. So in this on start only your app will open or it will be visible. When you click on the WhatsApp, so it will be first thing it will start it and it will be visible right after that. When it opens, it will be visible like some charts and then status, community, and then call. So these are the things, the main navigation you can see, and some chats, whichever the contacts you are having. So there are some chats will be there. You are all seeing those things. So moreover, you will see the screen. When you call this on start function like method, you can see the screen. So this is visibility of your apps. Okay, just okay. So you can see here, first thing is of initializing, the starting is of on create, then you have created. So your app will be visible when you call this on start function. When you call this on start function, the app will be visible. So this is the second stage. The first stage is only the starting, and after that it will be visible. So the third method is of on resume. The third method is of on resume. So that on resume is of interacting with your screens, like working on your screens, working on your app. So you just open the WhatsApp, it is already visible. So you will go through with a particular chat, particular contact, and you will text some messages and sending some videos or other things. And you will go with the status and you will watch some status, whatever the other people will update it, right? So you will watch them. So you will do the functionalities in that app. So this is called as on resume. In on resume method, you will do these things. It will only help for interacting with your apps. So you can see here how you can add these methods in your code. They are already given here. So I am telling about the on resume. So the on resume is of like interacting with your app, working in your app. This is what the on resume functionality. And I will tell you about the on reset after that. On pause is of you are already working on your app. So you are working on WhatsApp, but you will distracted by your like you can get a call or other any notification will come. You will distract and open that one. You will leave this WhatsApp and open your note, whatever the notification will come, right? So you will distracted with other notification or a call. You will open that one. So this is a on pause. You are not completely close your app, but you still for some time you will pause your work. So this on pause method is for that taking that you are pausing or you are stopping your work for some time. This on stop is the next method is of on stop. So in the on stop, you are not closing your app directly. You will just click on the home button. In your phone, you are using the WhatsApp, you are opening one chat also. But without closing the chat and without closing any other functionalities you are working, you will directly click on the home button. It will close, right? So this is what the on stop uh, functionality in this method. And then the on destroy is of you will clearly stop working in that app. You will destroy will not it is not working, like it is just an you are completely close that app. In on stop it will just go background. When you using the on stop method, it will just go background. But when you on in the on destroy, while using the on destroy, it is completely closed. When you click on like when you call this on destroy, you have to, if you want to open, you have to open in a starting with an on create. And here the another one method is of on restart. I tell you like what is this on restart means. So this on create method, what is right for the starting of your app or the initializing part is there, right, in that method. So this is just working one time only. When you start the app, it is working. After that, you will close and once again opening, it is not working with an on create. It is started from an on restart, then it will go with an on start. The on start and on restart will be the multiple times if they are working. When you partially close or when you are in a pause or you are just closing the app, so this will when you return open the app, it will started with an on restart, not in the on create. When you first time open in that app, it will be open in the on create. So remember these things. The on create will apply only once. This on restart and on start will be applied multiple times. So these are the 7 methods, including the on restart. There are 7 methods for your app stages in your activity lifecycle of your app. These are the 7 methods you are using. And I will tell you that logcat, right? So this logcat is we are seeing like we are using this logcat for seeing our messages. So we are using all these methods, right? So there are 7 methods. We are using all the methods, but which method is running, we can't decide. We can't know about how, like which method is running, right? So for that reason, we are using this logcat. So in the logcat, you can see the message like which method is running. Is the method on restart is running or on pause is running, on create is running. So you can see this logo in your Android Studio, right? In your Android Studio, in the left bottom corner, you can see this icon logcat. So in the logcat only you can see the which method is running or which message is working on. When we doing the sessions in the LMS, I already told you like sometimes it happens that it is not showing any error message, but still you can't run your apps. But still you can't run your apps. So lately your app will be crashing somewhere. So that time you will see the what happened. You will see what happened in your code and all these things. You can see in the logcat. So that's why you are using this logcat. So for seeing the messages or which method is running, we can know in that logcat. So here we are using the 2 things. The tag. The word tag will identify the message. Just a second. Okay, you can see here there is we are using the tag on text, right? So this tag text, what this functionality is of, it will identify the messages, what messages we are given, and what messages we have to print it. So this will identify our message, and this log.d. In many other programming languages, you will use if you want to print anything, you will use the print, or if you want to get an output, you will print, give it as a print and some input in your parenthesis, like print hello world. So it will print the hello world, right? The output will be the hello world. So in that way, like in another other programming language, we are using the print word. So here we are using this log.d. So it will print the output. So this log.v will print the output, and the tag word will identify our messages. Which message should have to print or should we are getting an output. And in the logcat, you will know how which method is running, which method is using here, and in which method, like which message is showing an error, what is happening in our code. All these things you can see it in a logcat. Understanding, right? So if these methods are understanding, right? Just give me a thumbs up. Okay, sorry about that one. Like due to network issue, I lost connection. So we will continue in the next. So my screen is visible, right? Okay. So these are the methods. And the other thing is of a logcat, why we are using this logcat. And there are 7 methods we are using in our code for the life cycle of our app. So it is just in stages of your app screens. So the next is some use cases will be there for the life cycle. Some use cases will be there. There are 3 use cases. The first one is of opening and closing the activity. So whatever you are doing in your apps, this is some activity, right? So from the starting of opening and the closing part, not in the what you are working, it is not mentioned. So when starting and the ending, what you are like, what method you are using, how it works, they are explaining in that use case. This is the first use case. So in that use case, like we are for the starting or opening the apps, we are using the on create and on start method. We already know that on create is the first initializing or the starting, on start. So your page or your UI will be displaying or it is visible in your screens. So this is of opening, and after that you will do some work interaction with your app. That is of on resume. In the closing, we are using the 2 methods of on pause for sometimes if you are distracted. If you are distracted for sometimes, we are using the on pause. Otherwise, you are still you are completely closing your app, you will use the on stop. So for these methods, I will just take an another one example, so it will help you to understand in a better way. You just assume that there is one student, he is ready for going in class or in school. So for ready going for the class is of on create method. In that time, it is an on create method. So he reaches the class. He will reaches the class is of an on start. So he's starting right. He's already in a classroom. So it will be an on start. He is attentive in the class, like in a teaching. He is keep quiet and you will listening everything what the teacher says is of on resume. He is working. So the student work is of listening the teacher's lecture, right? So he is listening. So he is doing his work. So that is a method of on resume. While teaching or while listening something, if once he get and distract, it is of an on pause. It is of an on pause. Then next, after he already completed his class and is ready to go his home. Is ready to going home is of on stop, or he reaching the home is of on destroy. So this is what your this life cycle methods will work. Okay, so the first use case is of opening and closing the activity. We can open while using the methods. We are using the on create, on start, and on resume methods. For closing, we are using the on pause and an on stop. Directly clicking on the back button, or clicking on the back button, or the directly clicking on the home button. It's up to you. So the next second use case is of navigation away from and back to the activity. So this is like you are working, you are already started your app and you are already working. So you are already using the method of an on resume, but you will get and distract, right? So on that time, we are using the on pause. We are going away from our work. We are going away from our work while using the on pause method and come back to the activity. Whatever the work you are doing, we will just come back. For some moments, you will go away from that one, and again you will come back for that one, for your activity. So this is in that way you are using the on pause and an on stop. Like when you click on in your phone, you are opening one app and you directly click on your home button, so it will go on background. It is not closed, but it will go on background. when you once open that one, again open that one, it will opening with the same page where you left. With the same page where you left, it will opening that one, right? So this is just for some time you will distracted or you will go on and come back for your activity, and that time we are using this on pause and an on stop. Okay. So the next third use cases is of partially hiding the activity. Okay. Partially hide the activity. What I am saying in the last use case, we are going for some time, right? Like we are away from our activity for some time. Like we are in your working around resume method. We are just going for some time. So we'll while on that time we are using the on pause. Like we are hiding our activity, right? In the background, we are hiding the activity what we are using. So you are using one app and you will just go back and opening then another one app, and then you will come back. So while you going and come back in the middle of that, this activity what you are opening that app, right? So it will be going on background. Background means it will be in a working condition, but you are not working on that way. So your work will be a pause. So this is how partially hide the activity. So these are the three use cases. So you can use anytime so in this app, what is this desert clicker you have to build right in this code lab. So in this desert clicker, don't need to use all this method. Like you just check with that how these methods are working, and with in the logcat you will just go and check on that which method is running and which method is active. So these things you have to check on, and you will have to build this desert clicker. So the next is of explore configuration changes. So these are the changes like how to do it in the methods. There are some changes will be there. We'll just go with this page. You can see how you are in the compiler and in the logcat how you can see your messages and a method which one is running. So all these things you will just ensure they are working or not. So this is of explore the configuration changes, and this is the output of your app. This is what we are showing in here, right? Okay. So this is what your output of your app. Make sure you will complete this desert clicker app. So it will give an confident like you can do your main projects also in an easy way. So the next is of a solution code they are given. Just don't go with the solution code in the starting of your building. When you get and confused while doing the coding, then only we'll just go and check with the solution code and do the code by your own. So this will help more. It will be better understanding for coding. So don't go with the solution code in the starting. So this is a summary. So and here share this link with you guys, and but you only just complete this one, the stages of the activity life cycle. You only complete this stages of the activity life cycle. From in the tomorrow session, we will do that other sub links like view model and state in compose, and there are other two videos will be there. Better you will watch that video. So in tomorrow's session, I can't I can skip those videos. I will just start it with these code labs. Okay. So make sure you will complete your today's task. The today's task is you have to build your desert clicker app. And if you didn't Okay, I already shared the link with you. So you just save it or you can copy and paste it somewhere and make sure you will just complete with the stages of the activity life cycle. Okay. Okay, then so you will wind up here and make sure you will join with your respective links. Don't join with any other links. In the same time you are joining with another link, you can't get an attendance. Okay. Okay, then thank you, Anandal. Thanks for joining. Have a good day.